just kind of give you a couple of examples of what we're working on now, out of many examples. The first example is going to be Marble Manor. So you guys don't get an exclusive view of what we're doing in phase 2. Now, phase 1 has already been designed. Phase 1 is in permitting right now, and phase 1 should start construction latter part of this year, the first part of next year. So we're really excited about that. They're going to start demoing, I think, in the next couple of weeks. And the good thing about it is that the Housing Authority has assured that all of the residents that are there now are able to move back into this new facility, which I think is fantastic. We wanted to try to go through this, the Marble Manor project. And if you're not aware, this was part of the initiative that was awarded to the Housing Authority, City of Las Vegas, of $50 million to start development on Marble Manor. The whole thing was, how do we integrate the multifamily and mixed use? Because not only do we want to have affordable housing, but also you're going to need daycare. Yeah. You're going to need some retail space, because there are a lot of entrepreneurs within West Las Vegas that don't have the place to do their trade or to do their business. So what we wanted to do was incorporate some areas on the first floor where they can have like a salon, or they can have like a retail store, a bookstore within the community. And it's all about synergy, how you provide this ecosystem where you have the bodies, you have the space, then you have the people with the needs. And so that's what we wanted to incorporate in this project here. And as you said, economic vitality is really what we were about, and also cultural preservation. So this is phase 2 of 6 phases. So you got to remember that this is going to be a project that's probably going to last about 8 years, starting with the phase 1 and phase 2. If you kind of remember the old Marble Manor, it was a single family houses. What we wanted to do was to get away from that, where we can have these buildings that were built to go up instead of out. So by going up, we are being able to have a parking area here that's enclosed, but yet tastefully done, because we have every 6 parking stall we would have landscaping. And also we wanted to create this walkable community that you see. You have trails, you can walk around the site. We also have areas where we have barbecue pits. We'll have outdoor landscape areas, furniture, playground, gazebos. We don't want just asphalt paving, the heat island effect. We want to create nice walkable spaces. So I think we're accomplishing that with the new Marble Manor project. A lot of the faith-based community that own land in West Las Vegas, you don't need to start this big, because you can separate these into individual buildings. We can do townhomes, we can do affordable flats that could have only 11 units, or we can do the ones that we have, which is a 4-story elevated building. We have about 30 to 40 units in that building. So everyone deserves good architecture. You can see how we created a different design. And what we wanted it to look like is something that you could see in a different neighborhood. But looking at the shape of the buildings, we created some type of design for the actual shades and shadows, the window patterns. We use different types of materials. Here is again another look at the units, looking at the west and the east elevation. We created a lot of color, so when you drive down Washington Avenue, you're going to see these different types of buildings with different colors, different configurations. So it's not going to look like a typical, what they say, project housing. No, we're getting away from all of that. The use of colors and the different types of roof lines. So we'll have some roof lines as well. I like this kind of green color. It's kind of deserty, so we have the brown as well. And then look, again, see, we have a different shapes. So all of these buildings are going to have different shapes, different architecture features as well. Here is one of our larger buildings. This is our 4-story building, but again, it doesn't look like it's a apartment complex. Right. With the use of color, with the use of horizontal projections, vertical projections. We have like a different type of material, different types of design, corner situation here. So we're kind of keeping the colors, but then we have a base color of off-white. And then there, you can't really see them, but there's going to be some little eyebrows on all of the windows because sustainability is very important to us as well. Again, the different colors. And then here is what you're going to see. So we also do renderings. So when you look at this, you can see the brick pattern. So we have different types of brick patterns. And then here, we're paying homage to a lot of the breeze block that we see in historical West Las Vegas. So KB Architect was tasked to come up with a design guidebook. So this design guidebook is for all of the developers who want to come into West Las Vegas. We do not want a 60-story tower that is going to provide this type of monstrosity within our community. We want something that is going to be culturally sensitive to our community. So with the design guidebook, we took a look at the historic data from 1940 up to the 60s, where we were able to look at all of the types of materials that were used, the horizontal definition of windows, gable roofs. And so we made that part of our design guidebook so that when a developer comes in, he has a guideline to go by instead of just putting something in the neighborhood. Then we also encourage everyone to reach out to their neighborhood. As a developer, you have to be sensitive to what the neighborhood wants. So that's why we encourage everyone to have what we call stakeholders meetings with our I call them my neighbors, but also our residents. So one of the things that we have on KME Architects, our motto is that we listen, we pay attention, we create, and we deliver. KME Architects is about delivery and about community. We've always been about community. So again, this is just some illustrations, 3D renderings of the building itself. You can kind of see what it's going to look like. You can see we have the gazebos here, the design. One feature that we wanted to make sure was that we have the roof pitches. So even though we have different configurations in buildings, our roof pitches are pretty much going to keep it all together, as well as some of the colors themselves. Again, here is like the leasing office here on the ground level. But then on the other side, we also have some retail space as well. But you can kind of see what it looks like. It's like there's landscaping, there's outdoor areas. Then you can kind of see how it all ties in together from one end of the project site to the other. And as I was mentioning, the mixed use, so here we'll have the retail spaces. And the retail spaces are roughly 20-foot wide by 20 foot wide by 60 foot deep. And that's a typical bay for any commercial. It could be a Java Juice, it could be a Church's Chicken, it could be Starbucks or Porter Subs. So we have about 4 of those, and in each, so if there's an entrepreneur within the community, if they want a space, they can lease that space. And again, you're providing resources, economic growth for the community. Hopefully, maybe even a grocery store. Who knows? And then again, just more pictures, and you see we don't have all of this landscape, but we'll have a lot of landscape desert plants along these areas here too as well. But again, it creates a walkable community. The corner here is like defining on, this is J Street here, and this is Washington, I think. So you can kind of see how that will front on Washington as you go down.
What's the statue, you mind me asking? Washington and what?
Washington, okay, so it's to the east is 8th Street. 8th Street.
Okay.
To the north is Washington, and it's all the way down to next to Andre Agassi. So it's all of McWilliam to the south.
Okay.
So it's that whole area that was part of Marble Manor. It's all going to be taken down.
So they're demolishing Marble Manor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first phase will be, the demolition starts in 2 weeks. Yeah. So we're rocking and rolling. First phase is already into the building department. We've already got the contractor. I'm not sure if you noticed the project that's going up next to Nevada Partners. Okay, that's us. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the 76 units, affordable housing, plus a 2-story micro business center that McCurdy is working on. So that's going up right now. So next year it's going to be done. Yeah. So there's a lot going on. So that's why we want the faith-based community to see what other people are doing, that we need to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And this is, let's see here, it's supposed to be a video, so let's see if it works. There you go.
There it is.
So this is what it's gonna look like. This is only phase 2. Phase 1 is actually in this area here. So we're doing phase 2. So now you're driving down Washington Avenue, going west. Yeah, going towards MLK.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah. Move the old
Look,
house.
come on now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just making it look so elegant.
yeah, and that's only phase 2. We got 4 more phases that will look equally just like this. And it's gonna be a theme, so that the wide landscape area is gonna be the theme. So now you're gonna start going down through J Street. And so here is the retail spaces that we were telling you about, right off of Washington and J. And you're going down J towards the Moulin Rouge site. And then you can kind of see. So right here is this part here. That's phase 3. And they're gonna keep going west until they get to Andre Agassi. Again, it's about providing a apartment complex that doesn't look like it's for, just affordable housing. I mean, this looks like it's upscale housing, and that's what we want it to look like.
Not look like it is.
Yeah.
I like how the buildings provide the shade on the other side.
Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, then there's we also have a garden, so if they want to grow stuff, they can as well. And believe me, watermelons grow out here. I just threw one of my grandkids threw a seed in the planter. And I got 5 big watermelons that are starting to grow. Yeah. So then you can kind of see, the scale of it, and then you can see how it's just walkable. I mean, there's going to be the landscaping, and we'll have a street that's going to be a spine. We have play equipment for the kids. So this is the corner of H Street and Washington. So H Street is right here, and then Washington is along here. Okay, so that was Marble Manor.